Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I just got out to my car. It's Saturday. I'm getting ready to do my morning errands. As you can see, the Bolt's charged to 90%. Got about 166 miles average. I'm probably going to get close to 140 of that. You can see forgive the dust. We live in California. You can see that everything's reset as far as energy used. Range impacts are cleared out. Here's my efficiency history in case you're wondering. Over the last 50 miles, that and that are downhill drives. So I wouldn't worry about that. That is probably closer to it, just around 3.9. As you can see, I did reset the trip meter here, so it's showing 0 miles. And when you do reset the trip meter, the average automatically goes up to 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. Before I reset it, it was probably around 3.7. So yeah, I'm gonna document a little bit more of that just to try to get a little bit more finer tuned ranges, and we'll see what comes out of it. Right now, I'm at 0. Everything's 0. The car's actually still plugged in, but I'm going to cool it off here, put the air on, and I guess it's already 95 degrees. Wow. It's 10 a.m. and it's 95 degrees. I'm going to cool this car off for a little bit. The seats aren't hot yet. Steering wheel's fine, but the air's kind of gross in here. So I'll let the air conditioning run a little bit before I unplug it. That way, when I drive off, it'll be at 90%, at full charge, as full charge as it can be. So I'll try to stitch a few of these videos together for you guys, and let's see how the day progresses. I don't expect to drive very far today. I'm guessing only about 10 miles or so. I decided that with it being Labor Day weekend, that today I will do the bare minimum. I may have to go to the office a little bit later, so that'll be a 6-mile round trip, but I don't expect more than 10 miles on this car today. In fact, the odometer is reading 10,557, and yeah, so we'll take it from there. Thanks for joining me on this little trip. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Labor Day weekend. It is Saturday, Labor Day weekend 2021. I thought I'd quickly shoot this video. I don't really intend on driving a lot today, but I at least thought I'd show what my full charge state is. So obviously full charge is 90%, so you can see what my average range is there. Also, I've reset my trip meter, and my average miles per kilowatt hour automatically jumped up to 3.9. I think it was 3.6 or 3.7 right before I hit the reset button. But I wanted to basically show what this car looks like with regards to starting off at the top of the day. Basically, everything's zeroed out, everything's reset. But let's see what the day brings. I'll shoot 2 clips today, and I'll kind of stitch them together tonight. This one's going to be kind of the start of the day. You can see what the mileage is. I don't expect to drive a lot today. I might only do, somewhere close to 10 miles or so, if that. With it being a holiday weekend, I will try to take today off and just do my normal errands. So we have family coming to town today, so we're going to spend most of it with them. But I still need to, drive around and, get certain things, get prepped for their arrival, go to the store, go to a few stores actually, and just chop away at my list. So Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. It is about 87 degrees right now. I have the car still plugged in. It's actually cooling down from house power. It's actually running off the solar panels right now, and it's doing really good, really great as expected. So I'm gonna let this car cool down for a little bit because it is still very hot in here. If I had to guess, I'd say it was about 105 or so in here. The seats aren't hot, but I can tell that the roof is hot, and the sun coming through the window is pretty nasty. I got to consider getting these tinted. If you know a good tinting place in Southern California, leave it down below so I can check them out. Anyway, thanks for joining me again. Happy Labor Day weekend. I hope you guys can enjoy it just as much as I'm about to. And I'll check back in tonight at the end of the day when I'm back home, and I guess I'll be home most of the day, but when I go to plug the car in, I don't know if I'll even have to plug the car in today. I might just leave it unplugged, just so it doesn't, stay on the charger for more than it has to. Anyway, again, thank you for joining me, and happy Labor Day weekend. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today on this Labor Day weekend, 2021. It is Saturday morning, and I am in the Bolt EV, heading out to do some errands. First and foremost, this car will get a bath. So we're heading to our usual car wash, where we're always stared at by people because who drives an EV into a gas station? I love that part. But once I get past the gas pumps and into the car wash, it's pretty smooth sailing at that point. But I wanted to quickly just shoot this video because I did just leave the house about 1.5 miles ago. So I'm gonna flip the camera around here to show you guys what I'm looking at. I hope you can see that. But essentially, battery's at 90%. I'm trying to drive decent. The speed limit here is 45, so trying to follow traffic, not be extreme with the gas pedal. But you can see that, the car's pretty much charged up to full, and we're just going about our day. I got some errands to run. I'm gonna stop by some stores to pick up a few things. I don't expect to put more than 10, 12, 15 miles on the car today. It is a Saturday, and typically I work, but this being a holiday, I wanted to take today off, take a break, because I'm pretty positive that I'm working on Monday, and I want to be sure that I at least get one day with the kiddo and the wife and the family. And on top of that, later on today, we have family coming over from out of town. They're going to be driving up from Orange, California, which is, I don't know, with LA traffic, it could be 5 hours away, even though it's only like, 60, 75 miles or so away from here. But that's the way it goes here in LA. So anyway, I am going to shoot some bits and pieces here and there today. I'll stitch them together tonight, and I hope this video is is worth something to you, just to see how daily driving, on a typical Saturday, what kind of range I got. So you saw what I had previously with the average. It might get a little bit better just because I'm taking it easy on the throttle. I'm not in a rush right now, and like I said, car's getting a bath, so you'll see some of that in a second. And then at the end of the day, we'll check back in. Currently, the odometer is at 10,560 miles. Battery's at about, I guess still 90%, because I'm driving downhill. It's regenning at 23 kilowatts. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how much energy we use today. I probably will not plug it in tonight, just because I won't have to. The range is more than plenty for me for the weekend, and the car should do good. All right, I'll check in with you guys in a few. Alright, so I finally made it to the gas station where the car wash is. This is a Shell gas station, and they have one of these magic washes that that I subscribe to. You know, for a month worth of washing, I think it's $30. And if you do an a la carte wash, it's like $12. Or maybe more if you want your wheels cleaned and all that stuff with the waxing and everything. And I wash my car 6 or 7 times a month, just depending on what the situation is. If it's dirty, dusty, windy, then I do it more often. And I typically do about, I don't know, $175 worth of washes, plus minus, in a month. So this actually made sense. And, you know, in case you're wondering what this is one of my old badge holders for work. You just stick your proximity card in here, and it protects it and whatnot. But I took the Magic Wash sticker off the windshield of the old diesel Jetta that I had, because I didn't want to have to, get rid of that little window sticker that they give you, and instead I just wedged it in here, and it keeps it straight, and it actually works really well when you go through this gate. So there's the gas station. It's pretty packed today. I guess it's a holiday, but there's already our first contender giving me weird looks, that guy in the shorts there. I guess people recognize the Bolt and they're like, are you in the wrong spot? Maybe. So let's see, let's get this thing open. Alright, gate opened. And now we drive in here and we wait. So this car wash is the Magic Car Wash that's located on, on the corner of the Old Road and Magic Mountain. So if you live in Santa Clarita, you'll pretty much know exactly where this is. This is right off the 5 freeway. Right at the entrance. Right behind me over here is the entrance to Magic Mountain. So this is where you can find me if you're really curious on most days that end in the letter Y. Because I randomly come here, either if I'm on my way to a client and I'm on the freeway anyway, I'll stop by here, get a wash, keep going, dries the car out, so on and so forth. But I also want to point out that I've had this in the past. When I first got the car, the question was, are you sure you can take an electric vehicle through a car wash? And my answer to that was, yes, of course you can. In fact, you're about to join me without any, computer graphics or whatsoever. I'm just going to keep rolling. So the guy's here, so I'm pulling in. Whee! So yeah, we're in neutral. The car does go in neutral, and this is one of those car washes where the car gets put on a track, and essentially it goes through. It's an automatic wash. I like the fact that they rinse your car off first to get all the dust off before the brushes scrub it down. But the Bolt EV is perfectly safe in a car wash, so if you're afraid or whatnot, don't be. Even the jets that shoot from the bottom don't seem to affect it in any way. But I think we'll just roll through this car wash and see how it goes. the amazing things about this car wash is that it'll drop the temperature in here drastically. I'm pretty sure that water's pretty cold, and it was close to 100 degrees when I pulled into the car wash. It's now 73 degrees outside. In here, the air conditioning feels like it turned into a freezer, which I love. I love going through this car wash, especially if the car is hot, because it'll zip it down really quick. And I don't know what this person's doing, but maybe she can learn how to drive. There she is, busting a 3-point turn for no reason. Let's see. Where were we? Oh yeah, the air in here. Oh, now it's 70 degrees. Look at that. That's pretty impressive. So now we're off to our first official stop, which is going to be a Smart and Final store, which is kind of like a non-membership big box store. Not like Walmart, but just imagine Sam's Club or Costco, but a little bit smaller, but with the same sized goods. So if you need insanely large bags of ice, that's where you go. If you need restaurant supplies or whatever, that's where you go. And that's where we're gonna go. So let me turn these lights off, and let's get a move on. All right, so we made it to Smart and Final over here in Valencia, and I wanted to quickly point out that this has been a topic of conversation a few times when I had folks in my car. is this dash cam right here. So this is a Rove R2-4K camera. It's not truly a 4K. I mean, it is 2160 resolution, I guess, on the... Hold on a second, I'm reading what it says. So it says 2880 by 2160. So it is what it is, and it shoots in 24 frames, which is okay. I like the fact that it has the GPS information burned into the video, so when you pull the video files off of it and you review them, you can tell what date it was, the time, and also what your actual location was based on GPS positioning. So it's got all that built in. This was an Amazon buy, nothing crazy. The only thing I did was I got I think a 256 gig micro SD card for it, but it seems to work really well. It does have a built-in battery that lasts for about, I want to say 20 minutes, maybe if that, but if it detects like a bump or some movement, it'll actually record what's going on around. Obviously, the only thing it'll do is record forward, so if you pull into a spot like I did right now, unless somebody hits you from the front, it's not going to see it. It's just going to record maybe the noise around the car. Maybe it'll hear that somebody slammed into you. But I mean, I caught some pretty interesting stuff happening on it. I'll see if I can find something inserted here, but I like it. I mean, it gives me a little bit of peace of mind. Also, the fact that it tracks my miles per hour, it allows me to then see if I was, how bad I was during my drive. If I'm pushing 90s or high 80s versus following the speed limit, then I try to be mindful of that too. But anyway, I'm gonna go in here, get the stuff, and head back home and set up our backyard for family. So come along. Don't mind the fact that I parked on the line. I try to give people as much space on either side of me as I can. Oh, there aren't that many left here. All right, let's grab them. All right, we got 67 pounds of ice. Let's do this. So right as I was checking out, I decided to add another bag to this. So I have 87 pounds of ice. And let's see how the Bolt will do loading it up. Don't go anywhere. Didn't I tell you not to go anywhere? I keep feeling like one of these bags is ripped, but it's not. All right, let's take you guys out. Cart's empty. Put this side back where it goes. 87 pounds of ice, no problem. Let's roll. Oh, by the way, I am 6'5" tall, so that's just about 2 meters, and I don't have a problem getting in and out of the car. In fact, before I get going, I'll show you. My seat's only about, let's see, if this is all the way forward and this is all the way back, my seat's about 2/3 of the way back. You can see how much headroom I have. My hand's pretty big too, and I can easily, get a little bit more, room up here. So if I decide to wear a helmet or something while I'm doing 92 miles per hour. Also, the seat is all the way down. I can't push it down. I can pull it up, but I can't push it down. And I don't have the back too far back because I don't want to get drowsy. So anyway, kind of a side note. Just some stats. All of a sudden, I have 170 miles average range. In fact, here, let me flip you around. That's much better than what it was when we left the house. You can see not too many miles were gained. We're still at 90%. So, car's doing great. I have full confidence in this car. And let's back it out. Let's try to back out without killing anybody or running into a cart. There it was. I love how people are translucent to backup lights. But I guess to do the right thing, you have to just let people go. Whee! And as always, we drive in L. I had it in L originally, and then I put it in drive because I like to know that when I let off the gas, the car slows to a stop. I love that. That's such a neat feature. That should be the full-time function of this car, I think. I don't know why anybody would want to drive in D. The regen capacity is much greater in L than it is in drive, but that's personal preference, and to each his own. So yeah, look at that. Getting out of the parking lot. I feel like every time I drive out of a parking lot, I should probably put my seatbelt on. Let me get out here and do just that. Yeah, I hear you, Bolty. How was that for steering, driving, holding a camera, and putting a belt on without hitting anything? Oh, I was getting ready to say, we just drove past a substation for the utility, for the electricity utility, and I always get a slight kick. I feel like my Bolt knows that we're driving past a massive power source, and it's like, hee hee, kid in a candy store. I always felt that, like, you know, I remember I went on a trail once in the mountains of Malibu, and there was a high voltage power line that I parked underneath, and right as I got out, you heard the crinkling and cracking of the I guess the cables or whatnot, the ionization, and I looked up and I was like, oh, aren't you happy? I looked at my car and it was just sitting there parked underneath high voltage. Now, wouldn't it be cool if you could park underneath a high voltage line and the car charged? Like, just saying, that might be like the future of tech right there. Wireless charging for the Bolt EV without the nasty side effect of death. I don't know, kind of silly, but it is what it is. So, off to the next task, but I won't bore you guys with that. I'll check back with you guys tonight. I don't think I'm going to do more than 2 or 3 more miles, maybe 4. I have one more stop, but it's boring, so I won't bother you with it. And then tonight I'll do a summary and then post it for you guys to see. But I think that the Bolt is performing spectacularly. I think I don't have any regrets buying this car. I don't have any negative thoughts towards GM or the recall or anything that has to do with literally this car. And I'm proud to own it. I love it. I love everything about it. The video I made yesterday about that software issue, it hasn't returned. In fact, I tried earlier to reproduce it, but I couldn't, so it must have just been a fluke. Being a computer engineer, I know all about flukes. Those one-off issues that come when you least expect them, and then you can't reproduce them when you want to, and then the issue never comes back. So it is what it is. Other than that, I think the car is amazing. Um, I think the only thing I'm missing is a sunroof. But other than that, you know, if that's the only thing I'm missing in this car, then I think GM did a great job on this car. So anyway, off to our next stop, and I'll see you guys tonight in the dark. Later. All right, so the day has came and gone. Family's gone, and it is 9:45 at night, 76 degrees outside. I managed to drive 18.3 miles. Now, earlier I mentioned that I wasn't really being hard on the throttle, and I wasn't. But I guess the hills and, the terrain and whatnot, the driving, really fluctuate the average quite a bit. Now, I'm going to turn you around here so you can see what's happening on the gauge cluster and on the center display. But 18.3 miles, average is 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and like I said, I'll turn you around. In fact, here you go. So you can see just about 80% there, and then over here you can see that I have quite a bit to go, but there's my distance traveled. There's my average, 2.9. Around the city with these hills and mountains, that's pretty much average, 10,575 miles. And there you go. There's your average range burned across a 24-hour period when I'm not working. I still drive 20 miles. So obviously with this charge, I'm not going to plug in tonight. I'll just let it go. I can probably go through the rest of Labor Day weekend without getting this number down to 50 miles. Now, I know some people are saying, hey, follow the average indicator because that's the way that GM would have intended it. But me being who I am, I'm going to go by the lowest number on the screen because, well, why not? That's it. That's pretty much a day with the Bolt. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this was kind of an offbeat video and, kind of clobbered together. Originally the Tech Minute videos that I started doing were meant to be shot with a phone, kind of a one take, unscripted, me spilling my mind. And that kind of crawled into these videos as well. I've since created a playlist specifically for the GM Chevy Bolt portion of this channel, and I'll maintain it because, in all honesty and full transparency, you guys have rocked this channel's world with regards to all the comments, all the traffic that's been coming to it. So it's really helped out a lot for some of the other projects that I've been trying to do. As far as the technical stuff goes, the systems engineering stuff goes, it's been really hard to take time away from my already slammed schedule. Again, I'll be honest with you. It's literally a matter of me picking my battles at this point. COVID did a number on us all, and I lost my staff. Most of them relocated out of state, some of whom have agreed to continue to consult here and there for me when possible. But, being in different time zones and one of them being halfway across the world, I can't work with that really, in all honesty. With all of our clients being in Los Angeles and around, 150 miles in every direction, it's really difficult to have engineers and subject matter experts be in Tennessee or be in Texas or Florida or whatever. I get it. I understand the situation. I have no bad feelings towards it. But, while I have your attention, these videos have absolutely been a blessing to me. So, you guys have encouraged me to continue doing my experience videos with the Chevy Bolt. I will hold on to that and continue doing them. Maybe not every day, but, maybe every other day or every 2 days or so, I'll, maybe I'll outfit this car with cameras and just do my daily drive videos, time lapses, or whatever I can come up with creatively. Or if there's anything specific that you guys want to see, you guys want to talk about, you know, the Bolt recall, the Bolt EV battery recall is obviously going to be number one on the mind for a while. And you know, I'm a data guy myself. I like to see data. So as I get data, I'll be sure to translate that into something that'll work for these videos. And as always, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You know, yesterday I did that video where I called out the naysayers, and I feel the need to apologize to you guys, because again, everybody has, you know, an opinion. Everybody has their own way of dealing with specific situations, whether it's this recall or a completely different situation. And out of respect to the people that have taken the time and effort to share their sides of the story, you know, I want you to know that I did read every single comment that has come through all of the videos, and it's been a bunch, and I answered every single one, at least every single one that I was notified on. But let me be clear, the fact that you guys are taking the time out of your day to A, watch my videos, and two, or B, I guess, one or two, whatever. A, you guys are watching my videos, and B, you guys are engaging with the community, liking each other's comments or whatnot. That's kind of nice to see. It's a unique experience for me. This channel's 4 years old, and a lot of the videos on this channel are specific to either computer stuff or network stuff, and there's going to be more of that stuff coming, but I've never had the kind of engagement with a crowd of people like with this particular topic. So obviously the Chevy Bolt EV for this channel is a massive attraction to a crowd, and I'll try to do more things with it as time goes. And like I said, if you guys come across something and you want to hear me talk about it, or my opinion, or my ventured guesses or whatnot, I'll be happy to do that. You guys have been terrific. And again, to the folks that have had very bad experiences or just had a sour taste in your mouth, you know, through the comments that you wrote, you know, although some of them kind of stung and hurt a little bit, in reality, I still appreciate the fact that you took the time to write to me, to our channel, to our community, to my channel and the community. And, you know, there's really nothing else to say about that, but thank you. I really appreciate you, and I hope that in the future you will continue to comment and potentially even like and subscribe. You know, I say that at the end of every video, but I really mean it. Like, it's really tough for one guy, you know, who's supporting 3 people every day, working, you know, 10, 16-hour days, comes home beat at the end of the day, shoots a video every day. I mean, I've been pretty much shooting a video every day since Memorial Day. And, you know, there were some times when I just couldn't make it. I couldn't do it. I was either on site or I was involved in a project or an issue or something, and I just didn't have the bandwidth to make that video. And that really, for me personally, I was like, oh man, shucks, I missed an upload. And I want to do decent content for you guys, and you guys seem to like the Bolt, or at least you guys are attracted to the Bolt. And, you know, when I did the video of this adapter yesterday, I think it was, you know, it is what it is. The thing is that you guys came and watched and commented and potentially liked and subscribed and whatnot, and I appreciate that. I really do. You guys are awesome, and thank you to those who, you know, who encouraged me to keep going, to keep doing these videos, because that is the motivation that makes all of this worthwhile. You know, it kind of hurts when you upload a video and you get two views over, you know, 6 months, and some of my videos have that. And maybe it's the topic, but you know, it's the topic that I'm knowledgeable with. So I know my career is my wife will tell you that it's super boring because of the fact that, you know, it's highly technical, it's specialized, and it's a specific part of IT. And she makes jokes about about the fact that I usually tell people to reboot their computer. Well, you know, as one of you guys already pointed out, the IT crowd, you know, did you reboot the computer, or have you rebooted the computer? Roy from the IT crowd, did you reboot the computer? Um, it is what it is, but I will carry on, and I will let you guys go because I don't want this video to turn into a you know, a 3 hour babble of me talking. But I want to say thank you again, and I want to wish all of you guys the best. As always, thank you for watching, and please consider liking and subscribing, and I'm always eager to read your comments. In the meantime, happy Labor Day weekend to those. Enjoy your Sunday, and then Monday, if you work on Monday, I'm sorry. I'll probably be with you there. I'll probably have to do some work at least during the day, but to the rest of you, enjoy it. I hope you can spend some time with families and friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.